This is my new piano. We've had it here for a couple of weeks now. It's settling in. It just had its first sort of new home tune-up, because it's all new strings. It's a 1924 Steinway, just restored. And it's beautiful. I am coming to some realizations as I play on it. Right? And the first of those realizations is that everything sounds beautiful, right? Like my first there's so much available right from the top of the key that I automatically sound it much better, right? That initial intoxication is still there. The voicing, there's such a consistent voice to the instrument. It's got a real personality that changes depending on the register, but it's clearly part of the same, voice. I love the tenor. I love the tenor of any instrument, any piano, but this one is nice. It's also nice up here and down here too, but I have a real fondness. I love that range of the instrument. So that intoxication is still, and hopefully will be there for the next 30 years as I continue to play. But very quickly I realized that I actually don't know how to play the piano. My fingers are kind of heavy and clunky, and that's because these keys will do so much. So much that my other piano didn't do. So I'm having to learn how to really fine-tune the control of my fingers. It's as if it really does feel as if I am learning how to play the piano from the beginning, which good. It's a wonderful experience. But it's kind of humbling, right? Like these Bach pieces, There's just so much more I can do with them that I never really even thought could happen. You hear other people play them. I listen a lot to Rosalind Turek. If you don't know Rosalind Turek's performances of Bach, they're all on Spotify. Dig them out. Just absolutely magical performance of the Goldberg variations. If you listen to Rosalind Turek, Glenn Gould no longer seems to be so sui generis, right? Not that she plays like he does, but you can certainly hear the intent to turn that piece into something special. Everybody turns it into something special, but she really, anyway, she has recorded both books of the Well-Tempered Clavier. Those are kind of, so I listened to that, and you know what, it's a great gift now, because I can see, I can't do it, but I can see that it's possible. There's so many different sounds. Still play wrong notes. It doesn't play the right note for you. So here's the thing, right? I feel like a new pianist because I have a new instrument. And it's sort of topping off. A lot of things have changed in the last year. So a year ago, April of 2023, I was getting ready for some surgery, which I've talked about on the channel. I knew it was going to take me out of commission for a while. I was confident that I would make it through. But it's not, it wasn't the first time I've had that kind of surgery, and I'm never better afterwards, right? I'm still around, which is the goal, but it's not like it's not a restorative surgery, right? It's preventative. I think you can see the scar. Can you? So it took a while to get over, like just to get my energy back. It took longer than I thought it would. So I have my energy back now. It really was with the new year that I started to feel just that I could take longer walks and get some energy, right? So that's changed. I've got a hearing aid since then. I'm totally deaf in this side, and I have partial hearing in this ear. I used to wear a hearing aid. I got one 15 years ago, and I hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated that I could hear my clothes. I hated that everything was just, it was horrible. I didn't like it. But these new hearing aids, of course, in 15 years, everything has changed. And it's not perfect for playing the piano, because they boost frequencies. And it's not analog, they boost partials. But it is not perfect in much better ways than not being able to hear was not perfect. I've noticed that I'm able to hear more, and yeah, it's just still a bit distorted, but the nuances of the gradation is much greater. I just reset some of my synthesizer gear upstairs. I've been very hesitant to get in and explore that with the hearing aid, because I'm kind of convinced that the music I write in my electronic studio is based entirely on filling in the gaps in my hearing and overcoming my tinnitus. But which means that I think probably most of what I've written there is, you don't hear the same thing I do. But that's true for everything, right? So I got a hearing aid, so I have a better sense of what the instrument could do. My old piano, I noticed that we gave my old piano away just before Thanksgiving. This came in 2 weeks ago. So it's been a good chunk of time that I haven't had a piano, except for the studio piano I have upstairs that you've seen. I like that piano, but it's not been, I don't maintain it. So I have a hearing aid, I have a new piano, and I had surgery on my hands to take out some related but different tumors. And I was very worried about that. I had a large growth on my thumb here. I had a very painful growth on my forearm. But the surgeon was fantastic. And This I do. This is one case where the surgery has made me better. I can move my thumb without it cracking. It's fantastic. So I have new hands. I have a new piano. I have a new ear. And all of that has gone to show how much there is for me to learn to be a better musician. It's fantastic.